All right, welcome back. This video is a brief introduction to Chapter 2, which focuses on the topic of generating ideas and converting those ideas into a hypothesis. So, where do we find ideas for research? What is the proper source for an idea for a scientific study? And the answer is really anything. Any aspect of human life can serve as a source for ideas. If psychology is the study of human behavior, then anything related to human behavior can be an interesting topic and the source of many ideas and many hypotheses. And if you stop and observe, you will find that the world is teeming with interesting ideas that can generate testable hypotheses. You might begin with popular culture or common ideas that swim in the cultural milieu. For example, you may have heard the term beer goggles. And this describes the phenomenon where consuming alcohol makes people appear more attractive. And maybe you wonder, is that really true? And you may think, well, surely no self-respecting scientist would waste their time with such frivolous and depraved questions. Well, you would be wrong. People have actually studied this phenomenon, and you might even imagine what such a study might entail. So in the study, people were recruited from various bars and restaurants at a university campus, of course, and they were asked how much alcohol they consumed that day. And then they were asked to rate pictures of faces of different people on a scale of 1 to 7, the scale of attractiveness. So from 1 to 7, unattractive to very attractive. And what the study found was that the more alcohol someone consumed, the more attractive they found the people in those pictures. So there it is. You have scientific evidence that beer goggles is a real psychological phenomenon. And from there, you might imagine studying something more serious, like alcohol and risky behavior, or alcohol and sexual abuse, or alcohol and infidelity. So anyway, for the purpose of this chapter, right, how did these scientists come up with this idea and this hypothesis? And I don't know. I haven't spoken to them. But you might imagine them sitting in a bar, slightly tipsy, and asking, hey, do you think beer goggles is a real thing? I wonder if anyone studied that. And so there, in some filthy, disgusting bar, a scientific study is born. So the point of this wretched story is that inspiration for research in psychology can be found almost anywhere you look if only you pause and stop and observe the world around you. So in this chapter, Section 1 will talk about different sources of ideas, how to find topics for research. Section 2 will discuss the process of searching through the scientific literature. Section 3 will talk about how to use published studies and existing findings to generate new ideas. In Section 4, we'll discuss the process of forming a hypothesis from your ideas and the properties that a good hypothesis ought to have. And now for a quick limerick. Good ideas don't lurk very far. Some are normal and some are bizarre. But they're there if you search, in the school, in the church, in the theater, or even the bar. So cheers, and I will see you soon.